organizational agenda on which there are two issues has to be dealt in detail. One is, everybody knows it, today the central government has amended the JIPNA Act on 2nd August while introducing the JIPNA Act amendment on the floor of Parliament. In the Lok Sabha, there was a huge opposition for that. Comrade Premachandran of RSP, he raised an issue. It is against the privatization of Public Sector General Insurance Company. Immediately Finance Minister said, no, I could not find anything such allegation what he is making in this bill. There is no privatization. We are not going to privatize the Public Sector General Insurance Companies. This is a statement made by Honorable Finance Minister in the Lok Sabha. What she said rather, this bill we are introducing to make the common man to participate in the public sector. They should also become owner of this company. Common people should contribute. Common citizen has to contribute. So it is not at all privatization. This is wrong notion. This allegation I cannot accept. Then she introduced that bill. What the bill says, everybody would have aware of that. Even it has come in the newspaper. We have reproduced it also. Mainly three things they are bringing in that. They have brought in. One is first, they want to reduce the government stake to less than 51%. So less than 51%, if they want to make it, what is the meaning of that? Up to 51%, if the government is holding their shares in any company, that is called a government company. That is the concept, isn't it? So when they want to really reduce it less than 51%, it direct means, it gives the direct meaning that it is privatization. FM says we want public participation. Just more than 2 years back, in 2015 itself, the provision has been given by the same government. They have brought in amendment to JIPNA Act, and they have not only increased the foreign direct investment for private players from 26 to 49%, they have also opened up the provision to the public sector general insurance companies to raise the capital from the open market up to 49%. Who prevented this government? Though we opposed to that. As JIA, we opposed to that, even increase in FDI and giving option to the public sector insurance companies to raise the capital from the open market. It means it is disinvestment. We opposed to that. We struck the work for a day against the move of that government in that period, because it is the first step towards privatization. JIA forthrightly visualized it, and it is next step. Their intention is going to privatize this public sector general insurance companies. It has happened. If the government intention is just to make the public to contribute towards the public sector institution by buying the shares, when the provision has been made up to 49%, they could have done it. They could have disinvested like New India. After that only they have disinvested to New India, and also the GACD, everybody knows it, up to 14.65%. The shares of the government has been disinvestment in these two companies. What they say, common man has to buy. Whether common man can buy that, because he is not even having enough money to buy food products for 2 square meal to buy for each day. He is not having money in his pocket. How we can expect common man will buy the shares of this public sector institution? And that too, it costs at the rate of nearly 800 to 900 rupees rate. They are floated in the market and they offer to the public for New India as well as GICD. Who can buy? Even as a middle class employees, we cannot buy. Even New India Assurance Company CMD, then CMD Mr. Srinivasan, he arranged for a loan from the bank. He openly arranged. He has issued a circular. He asked the employees to buy the shares. Maximum 2% has been purchased by the employees of that New India Assurance Company. It so happened. But they want all the employees to become owner of the company. In such a way, he arranged for that. He arranged for loan also everybody, and people are not ready to buy the shares. Even the employees of the company are not ready to buy the shares. When as a middle class employee, little higher salary we are all drawing, even we could not able to buy the shares, how the common poor people will buy the shares of the company? How the common man become the owner of the company? So it is nothing but cheating the people, I can say. Giving one information on the floor of parliament, everything is not, it is not intended to privatization, means then what? The past experience is common man is not buying your shares, then who is going to buy? Definitely the big industrialists are those who are having enough money in their hand, and those who even cheated the banking industry by way of taking more loans and siphoned away that money and created more non-performing assets in that banking industry. These people only will make an attempt to buy the shares of our company. That is the reason on the floor of parliament, the MPs have opposed that it should not be, there shall not be any amendment to the JIPNA Act again, because it intends privatization of public sector general insurance companies. So the first part of that JIPNA Act amendment, first portion deals with the government is permitted to lower down its share capital to less than 51%. So directly it becomes private. Then the interest of the employees comes. When we met Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister, during June month, along with Comrade Vinay Vishnu, he led the team of GIA. We met her. We handed over a memorandum to her. Do not privatize this industry. We posed one question to her. What is the necessity to privatize one of the public sector general insurance companies and two of the public sector banking industry? Both the things they want to privatize, along with budget proposal she has placed on the floor of parliament. So after that we met her in the month of June and we requested her, please do not privatize this industry. Already there are 21 private companies in the general insurance industry. Apart from health, there are other than that public private general insurance industry. There are health insurance which is being individually done only with the health. Also there are private companies available in general insurance. When there are 21 private general insurance companies are there, why you have to add one more from public sector to private? What is the necessity? What for? And we have given ample of statistics to her. While submitting the memorandum, we told her at the time of nationalization, what is the reason behind nationalization? The insurance has not been penetrated to the nook and corner of the country, and it has not reached the common man. There were mushroom of private companies will come. Next day it will be closed down. It was a situation and total exploitation, and the owner of the private companies will settle the claim only for their own people, and for others they have not done it. This was a situation, total exploitation of the customers as well as the employees. That was the situation before nationalization. So the intention of nationalization is it has to reach the common man, and the wealth should not concentrate in the hands of few. Whether it has not happened after nationalization, we pose the question to Finance Minister. So after nationalization, hardly 700 offices were there throughout India, and it has been nearly 10 times it increased. More than 7,900 offices throughout India. All the 4 public sector insurance companies have opened, and they have reached nook and corner of the country and all the common man. More than 150 products have been introduced by these public sector general insurance companies. Crop insurance, hut insurance, cattle insurance for very poor man. Agricultural pump set insurance, not only for poor people but also for rich people, for industrialists. Machinery breakdown, fire, marine, so many products. Even to help the private players, we devised a lot of tailor-made policies. So the purpose for which the private companies have become public sector, that has been achieved. From 1971 to this day, even the premium, if you calculate, nearly about 78,000 crore of premium have been procured by all the 4 companies together. What else is required? Earlier there were more number of employees. Even for the years together, when there were no recruitment for 20 years, and some recruitment has taken place even in the recent past, today hardly 52,000 employees are there in all the companies put together, and the output each employee wise, if you take it, it is nearly about 1.41 crore of premium is procured by each and every employee, average. So in all respect, our public sector insurance companies are fair, well, and also on the part of the claim settlement, 90% of the claims have been settled. There is no complaint against public sector insurance companies. You go to IRDA, that website, more has been complaint lodged against private, not against the public sector insurance company. So in that way also we fared well. Nearly 55,000 crore of rupees claim has been settled in the last financial year. The insurance premium which we procure, that money has been prudently invested. Where we have invested? In all social security schemes, in infrastructure creation, roads, rails and other things. The public sector insurance companies have invested their money into that. Nearly about 1,45,000 crore of rupees we have invested. When this is the situation, why you have add one more private insurance company by converting this public sector into private? There is no necessity at all. And by doing it, the second part, the second amendment, what they are bringing in that JIPNA Act they have brought in is that Section 17A of JIPNA Act, everybody knows it. It deals with service conditions of the employees. So once it becomes, amendment is being carried out that permitting the companies to lower down the shares of the government from now 100% to less than 51%. they will be immediately permitted to go out of the provisions of the Jibna Act. Jibna Act says one of the clauses, section 17A, deals with service conditions of the employees. Today, what is the service condition? So many benefits we are enjoying by way of 17A only. All our wage notification, just you go through that. It is coming under section 17A of the Jibna Act. So whether you want to get your wages, basic salary increase, DA to be modified based on the number of points is merged with your basic salary means, and house rent allowance to be increased, CCA to be increased. Pension scheme has come over to us. Today everyone, now there is a panic in the minds of everybody. Tomorrow whether we will get a pension in the industry. Even retired people are also really panic. So long what they are now getting the pension as on date, that is ensured, because for them, by taking the annuity from the day of retirement after that, from the pension fund the money will be flown to the LIC by taking the annuity in their individual name. There is a group annuity policy is available in all the companies. Under that, the fund, whatever the pension fund, every month the company contribution is going over, it goes to the company's pension fund. It will go, it is a separate entity like our PF trust. There is a pension trust is there. That money every month it goes to that. They are investing like PF department, they are investing in so many government securities, everywhere they invested. After or on the day of retirement, after within that 1 or 2 weeks, the company will take annuity in the name of that particular employee. Annuity name, annuity number will be allotted. So on that day, as per our pension scheme, what is the pension payable? 50% of your basic salary. If you have put in 33 years of service, or otherwise proportionately they will give you the pension. For that dearness allowance, as on that particular date, how much is payable, how many number of slabs at that particular rate of DA that will be paid. So up to this amount, say 40,000 rupees basic plus DA. If you are going to draw basic pension plus DA means 40,000 into number of per amount per rupee. What is the annuity rate? That will be multiplied and that will be deposited with the LIC. Assume 150 rupees or 160 rupees per rupee of pension. If it is 160 rupees, you multiply with 40,000. That much amount has to be deposited with LIC, so that up to this day, whatever eligibility is there, the DA and everything, the retired employee will go on receive that pension till his last. That is the meaning of that. After commutation. If they are not taking commutation, no problem. Even that for that amount also they will buy the annuity. This is the thing. And every 6 months when DA increases, naturally for that particular amount again in their individual's name they have to pay the money to the LIC for annuity. This is the way in which our pension scheme operates. So everybody is in panic, including retirees. Today we are getting pension, whether it will go on increase if DA increases. Employees, so many queries, because in Jibna Act, the second provision is being brought in as an amendment that this Jibna Act is not applicable, whatever the provision is there. Once that 51% is reduced means what will happen to my existing employees' pension? Whether the private company will be giving me the pension, suppose, because everywhere, especially in United India, this was the query posed by all the employees immediately when this provision has come. We'll deal with that after. First, we'll come to this position where the Jibna Act is being amended. So, third one in the amendment in the Jibna Act, what they have brought in is to safeguard the directors who are part-time directors, those who are there. If any decision is taken in the board, So that board, if without his knowledge, if any decision is taken in the board, he is not held responsible. That means they are having something in mind. From outside, part-time directors will be appointed, and they want to safeguard them. For that also they are bringing an amendment. And this board is being given power either to accept the entire service conditions to continue once it is reduced from 51% to less than that, or to continue. It is the prerogative of the board members. It is dangerous. Whereas, keeping everything, these provisions in mind, when we posed the question to FM in June, when we met along with Vinay Vishwam, what she said, on the floor of Parliament, I have given a clarification to that. The employees' benefit will be restored. For the particular question, she does not want to answer. The question we posed to her is, why you add one more to private when 21 private companies are there? For that she has never given direct reply. The reply given by Finance Minister was, your employees' benefits will be restored. This is the only word she has told, and I announced in the floor of Parliament also she has given the information. Though we have to believe, since it has been pronounced on the floor of Parliament, that the government will safeguard it. We believe it. But on the other side, we are also having doubtfulness on this government. When we pose the question, is it not privatization? One of the MPs raising on the floor of Parliament, she says it is not privatization. Then what to be called it as? It is only privatization. So today, this government intention, they do not have any money. They could not able to raise funds by way of taxing the corporates. Because the same government during last budget session, not this from 2021 budget, the same Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman increased the corporate tax, levied another extra 5% corporate tax on these corporates. Showing this COVID as one of the reasons, immediately showing that COVID, the government has withdrawn that. The government has withdrawn that, and because of that, government lost every year, not 1 year, every year in the years together, they are going to lose 1.45 lakh crore. 1.45 lakh crore of rupees they are going to lose every year by taking back that increase in corporate tax. What they say here, why we have to again infuse capital in publicity or insurance company. It is a fact. Since nationalization, when they started with 19.5 crore of capital, all the 4 companies have been nationalized. Till last before financial year, not even a single Naya Paisa has been provided by this government. All the 4 companies of their own earnings, they have increased the capital from 19.5 crore to 650 crore. They increased it. Because of the government social schemes has been implemented by the publicity or insurance companies truthfully. That is more important. Private is also doing, but all loss making means only publicity or institutions. 12 rupee premium For a person, if you open a bank account, common man open a bank account, 12 rupee premium personal accident, 2 lakh coverage. I just calculated the same personal accident policy is being given for all those who are traveling by train also. Whenever we book the train ticket, immediately it asks whether you want that personal accident coverage. Normally everybody would have clicked it, hardly 49 paise, like that it will come. It is not a big amount for us. 49 paise is not a big amount. For how many hours that 49 paise? Just calculate. I calculated. Say from Chennai to Delhi, I have come over from there here. 34 hours, 49 paise. Multiply into 365 days, how many hours, how much amount it will be. So nearly about for the same 2 lakh coverage, if I travel in railway, calculate that 49 paise hourly basis. If it is 365 days into 24 hours, if you multiply that, it comes to nearly 183 rupees. It comes. So for a year, entire 1 year, for 2 lakh coverage, private is being engaged for that. Not the publicity or insurance company is not giving coverage for personal accident in railway traveling. It is given only by private insurance companies. How much cost? 183 rupees. Whereas because publicity or insurance company for 12 rupees for bank account holders, we are giving it at a, we cannot imagine 183 rupees calculation how much it is for a year, 12 rupees where it is, same coverage of 2 lakh. Whether we will be incurring huge loss or not, then how we could be able to maintain the solvency margin. Like that, crop insurance, whatever the premium we are gaining, we are paying more than what we have gained. This is the balance sheet shows, this is the result. All the 4 companies balance sheet shows whatever the premium we have received, nearly about 26,000 crore, 27,000 crore if we have received as a premium of crop insurance. We have paid more than that, nearly 29,000 crore of claim amount if we have paid means it is of social schemes. If insurance companies have not covered that crop insurance, naturally government has to pay from their pocket. How much they will pay? Hardly few premium they are paying, but everything is being taken away from us. Like that health insurance. The government wants to give medical coverage of 5 lakh rupees floater policy to each and every family. They have brought in 2018. This present Modi government is pet project, they used to say. Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. They want to bring in more than 50 crore of people they want to cover under that. Vulnerable population they want to cover. The rate of premium is very much less they are giving to us. We are incurring losses. So all the losses, otherwise the insurance companies means it has to be borne by the central government. So when you are just passing on your losses to these publicity or insurance companies, naturally it should be your duty to infuse more capital. It has to be done. For whom we have given that money? We have not taken that money as an employee. We have given back to the common public for which this publicity is being created. When publicity is doing all these things, the corporates are doing nothing for the government. With just they want to take all sops from the government. You are giving 1.45 lakh crore by way of corporate tax relaxation to them every year. What the amount you have further infused in our company? In the last financial year, before 2019-20 they introduced or infused 2,500 rupees first, 2,500 crore of rupees, 2,400 crore rupees to National Insurance, 50 crore rupees to Oriental, 50 crore rupees to United India. In the last financial year, again for all the three companies they infused nearly about more than 2,695 crores for each company, National, United India, Oriental, they have infused capital. So overall if you see, not even 12,500 crore they have invested, infused capital in the 2 consecutive financial years, that's all. And the government should keep it in mind for how many people these 4 public sector insurance companies are engaging nearly 52,000 employees. It gives a job to them. You are saying for small industries and everywhere, otherwise that will be shut down, and you are giving so many relaxation to them. Why can't for us 52,000? Who will give that job opportunity? And that too, we are following all norms, reservation, SC, ST, OBC, physically challenged, ex-servicemen. Who will give? So whatever the government, they want to implement the scheme, implementing the same, we are giving employment opportunity for more people. 52,000. Not only direct employment, there are other than direct employment, advocates, surveyors, agents, brokers, for so many people. Nearly more than another lakh of people we are giving employment, indirect employment we are giving. When we settle the claim of motor, even the garages where they are working, we are giving the work to them. If you calculate each and every area, really lakhs and lakhs of people are given bread and butter by these public sector insurance companies. When that is so, why can't you invest hardly few thousands if need be to safeguard this public sector insurance company, because for every year more than 55,000 crore is being settled by these public sector insurance companies. Hardly for 2 years you have invested not more than 12,500 crore. Why can't it be? We pose the question to the government when we submit the memorandum. In that memorandum, everything we have given to the finance minister. But there was no reply, and everybody knows it. Further to that, it has been placed in the Lok Sabha. It has been, how it has been passed, you know that. Subsequently on 9th August, again it was listed, after passing in Lok Sabha, it has been listed in the Rajya Sabha. It has not been taken up for discussion. Congress MP, Mr. Jairam Ramesh is asking the floor of Parliament, we do not want to discuss this on 9th August because our number of MPs are available here is less in numbers. We will discuss on 10th. It has been postponed to 10th. 10th also it has not come up for discussion. Next, 11th. Instead of taking this, they have taken that OBC reservation. States whether now they can decide overall OBC. In that discussion has taken place. Even while taking that agenda, Congress has asked, because it was allotted only 3 hours for discussion of that OBC bill, but specifically the opposition party leader Mallikarjuna Kharge has asked, it is not 3 hours, we need 1 more hour. Piyush Goyal, the floor leader of that Rajya Sabha, he says, if you want 1 more hour, you have to sit for a long and discuss other bills also. Everybody agreed. And it has taken long time to pass that OBC discussion bill on the bill discussion, and it was passed. When our bill was about to be introduced, there was stiff opposition by left parties, not only by the left parties, comrade. To their surprise, even those political parties which were supporting them so long in all privatization. They opposed the privatization of our public sector insurance company, general insurance company. Biju Janata Dal, RSYP, what is that? Our Andhra Pradesh, what is that party, our comrade?
TSR.
YSRC. YSRC. They opposed them. So long they were with BJP in all respect for all privatization. But they opposed to that. Just like that they are not opposed. Please keep it in mind, comrade. As GIIA, our leaders at various corners met the political party leaders, met the member of parliament, submitted the memorandum. Why it has to be opposed? Not only in person, we have sent mail to all the MPs, all political MPs, including BJP. We have sent to them. Let them know why we are opposing. So, the way in which we have created awareness or given the input to these MPs, that made them to think twice, and they raised their opposition. They demanded it has to be referred to select committee. They were not ready because they know that once it is referred to select committee, definitely whatever the idea they are having, it will get defeated because it is not genuine. The government's act is not genuine. It is not warranted. It is not required to privatize the public sector insurance companies. There will be a lot of inputs in that. All MPs who are the members, they will be asked to give their views. Public will be asked to give their views. As a trade union, stakeholders, we will be asked to give our views in that committee. Then finally the committee has to come out with their comprehensive report, final report, and it has to be placed again to the parliament. They don't want to give any time for it. They know that today, even on the particular day, if the division would have been given for that bill, that would have been defeated. So the entire Rajya Sabha was in chaos, and totally by voice vote, though the appeal of our comrade, our MP from DMK, Trichy Siva, for referring it to select committee, he has raised it, he has moved it, and also the bill has been moved by finance minister. Whatever the finance minister said on the floor of parliament in Lok Sabha, what she said, for common man's participation, not only that, straight allegation on the public sector insurance company. Private companies are doing better than public sector insurance companies, and they have introduced more number of products than public sector insurance companies. We have mentioned in our memorandum what number of policies issued by private companies are nothing but changing the name of public sector insurance company products. They have reintroduced, that's all. Only the actual product is of public sector. The name change, just changing the name, they introduced in their name. Even that we mentioned. Straight allegation. We are not working. We have not shown any growth. We have not penetrated. What is the meaning of penetration? With 7,000 branches we penetrated. Private players, they are 21 private companies are hardly having 2,700 offices. 21 companies. They are dealing only through advanced technology. No employment generation is there from them. What for? All these things. To create more employment. Not only by doing business, you are again giving back to the society. In what form? By way of claim settlement, by way of job creation, social justice we are meeting out. So when we could able to satisfy everything, in spite of that, the wild allegation on our public sector insurance company by the finance ministry, we cannot admit and we cannot agree to that. It is a false allegation. When finance minister could able to say it is a false allegation, she cannot find out it is naming it as privatization. The same way we can also call it as no, it is not the thing. What the allegation you are making, there is no truth in it. We have mentioned in our memorandum. That has been sent to all parliamentarians. That only made them to raise their voice in the floor of parliament. Of course, we know that the way in which this government is dealing all the bills, they do not want to refer anything to the committees, whether it is standing committee of Lok Sabha or select committee of Rajya Sabha. They do not want to refer anything. Once it is referred, they are sure when it is being reintroduced or that report is placed in the floor of parliament, there will be a defeat for them, because the truth will emerge. Whatever they say is wrong, that will be established. So in spite of that, it has been passed. Now the provision what again finally today also finance minister says it is only an enabling provision. So from GIA we are now also making a demand to this government, keep it is only as an enabling provision, do not enable that provision. Why you have to enable? There is no necessity. So again we will try to meet the political party, we will again try to meet the finance minister, again we will make an attempt to meet the prime minister to make an appeal. Don't enable this provision. There is no need. We will make an attempt on it. So the after effect of this, come to just a few minutes, I will come to my refrain on the issue of this bill. This pension, retirees is having panic, employees are having panic, whether it will come or not. There is a provision, comrade. It is nothing but a contract between you and the management. What is the notification says? If you give up your contribution of company contribution of provident fund, you will be given the pension at this rate, 50% of your basic salary. If you have put in 33 years of service, or proportionately you will be given with basic pension, and whatever the DA rate is applicable will be given to you. That is a guarantee. That is a contract between you and individual to the company. It has been established by way of notification. Please understand. It is a notification through which it has come. So they cannot go back. Even if they go back, the organization will march forward. How to get, we know that. Definitely, even if we approach any court, it will be ensured. Need not worry, need not panic, and there are communication, there are informations. People are just pouring their VRS application. Tell them not to go. Why? Organization is here. JA is here to protect. You tell them. That is more important, comrade. You tell them JA is there. We never leave anybody without pension at the time of retirement. We will not leave this government. We will not leave this management. Whoever assume even today one of the company is getting privatized also. They cannot just like that take only whatever is available and what is payable. They cannot say I will not pay. When you take over any company, whatever available in the balance sheet, everything you have to take. Whether it is assets or liability, both you are liable as a owner. You cannot say only assets I will take, for that I will pay share money, and for liability somebody you hand over. No, not possible. So let you not panic. Give the correct message to everybody. Give them confidence. Tell them boldly, nothing will happen to you. GIA is there. We will protect you and we will get you that pension. Need not worry about it. You tell them. this is part of this. One more task is for us. Yes, our wage revision. Nearly 4 years completed, and today in this month we are in 5th year. Almost this wage revision, if it would have been implemented by this year end of this August to next July, it has to be over. That 5-year period will be over. But in spite of that, except just exploratory discussion, no discussion has taken place so far. It was the practice when simultaneously the discussions will be held in general insurance along with LIC, along with banking industry. There are so many queries. Even government has given a reply. So far no provision is made whether our wages will be paid with effect from 1/8/2017. Because no provision in the balance sheet. No company has made any provision. One thing let us understand, comrade, because you are all leaders. We should not pose questions. Why I am saying, don't mistake me. We should get ourselves updated with the informations. Whenever anything is being offered to us officially, for that money only they will make a provision. Let you understand. So far, no offer is being made to us. Suppose in the exploratory meeting, if they would have offered 5%, assume. So the 5%, what is their quantum? They would have made the provision in the balance sheet. So far, 0% is being offered, isn't it? Everybody knows it. So when 0% is offered, how provision can be made? Without anybody lodging claim with you, can you make provision in the company? Somebody has to give you the form for claim of whether motor or fire or anything. So they may give 2 crore. You know, assessing the situation, or if it is surveyor assessed it, it might have come down from 2 crore to 1 crore. So for 1 crore you will make a provision, though you are not settling immediately. The financial year is over means you will give that provision for that, isn't it? That is the way in which for us also, let us understand. So far when we have not been given with any offer, no provision will be made in our balance sheet. Let us understand, give that message. If anybody asks, just tell them. This is the information. So today they are going to again call us for a discussion means, definitely as GIA we will not leave this government or the management to offer anything prospective. We want retrospectively everything from 1/8/2017. Somebody is posing a question whether government will permit, because one of the messages I have seen, the ministry official posing a question, you could not able to maintain your solvency margin, only we are infusing capital to you, how you will make provision for your wages? If that question would have been posed to us as JIA leaders, we would have posed only one question to that, whether it's ministry official or anybody. We can definitely, we have to counter. We will counter. What counter we can make? For public sector insurance companies, hardly you have infused 12,500 crore so far. Each and every year. For banking industry, how many lakhs of crores you are infusing as a capital? Whether you have said to the banking employees that you will not be given with wage revision. Why you have infused capital in banking industry? It is not at the fault of the employees. Because of increase in NPS, who is responsible for that NPS? Big Industrialists, who are they? Your friends. For your friends, from the kitty you have to give. I am working, I am improving the business of this company from nearly 70,000 today to 52,000 employees also when it got reduced due to retirement, death and other things. We are go on increasing the premium. Even this COVID period also we could able to procure a premium of 72,000 crore last financial year. If that is the case, how you can deny us our genuine wage revision? Government could not able to generate more revenues. Have you not given wage revision to the employees of the central government, including the ministry officials? Every 10 years you are giving increase in wages. You admit, the finance minister has admitted, because we are having deficit in the budget, we are going to sell all the public sector institutions, including roads, rails, everything we want to sell it, monetize it. Some other new form, new name, always they are always finding out new name, how to sell it means instead of direct selling. I will just come to my reference. So this is the position, comrade. So definitely JIA will further its course of action. We have to, and that also you all should discuss about it. Definitely that wage revision issue also is before us. So these two things on which today on the organization issue we have to deliberate at length and to arrive at consensus what in future we have to do. There are good suggestions, and on that issue our comrade Dharam Tok will speak on that. Thank you.